Hello, my very funky people, to another epic episode of Mac Music Review. In this episode, I'm looking at a Newsboys album. It's called Born Again, and I'm actually looking at the Miracles edition because I have a story for this. You know, on this channel, I usually don't review deluxe versions of albums, but I grew up listening to the deluxe version. This is one of the first CDs I ever owned, and I don't have the CD on me right now, unfortunately, but it's one of the first CDs I ever owned. I listened to it all of the time, all of the times I listened to it, and it was the Miracles edition. So I feel comfortable talking about the Miracles edition, and yeah, here's the album cover. Born Again Miracles edition is the first, I believe it is the first Michael Tate era Newsboys album, and it's also the best one. It's actually, in my opinion, kind of a great Christian contemporary music album for a lot of different reasons. And one of the best reasons is the way he's able to shift, tone from doing something that's very funky and very rock oriented and have these kind of quirky, weird lyrics, and then having something that's actually worshipful and meaningful and kind of emotionally potent. And that's what he does on this album. The first half is mostly filled with rockers and fun songs that have a lot of personality, surprisingly, a lot more personality than any other Michael Tate era Newsboys. I don't know where the personality went after this, because they did have a hit. Born Again on this album, the title track, was a hit. I heard this song a lot on Christian radio, or maybe not a lot, but a good bit. Anyway, yeah. Born Again is an epic rocker. This is a Christian contemporary music song that goes hard in the paint. Once again, this is one of those albums, just like my review for Hawk Nelson's Made. I gave that album an extremely high score that I don't think I would give it if I was reviewing it totally objectively. But once again, that is one of the first CDs I ever owned, and I listen to it all the time. This is the same way, so a lot of these songs sound really good to my ears. They may not actually sound that good to your ears, but that's how most of these are going to be. Born Again, One Shot. I like the bar on this song about filling up a bar machine with high C. He had a brother that said that Michael Tate could sing like Nat King, but all he wanted to do was the rock thing. And the song is about having one shot to prove what you're all about. You got one shot, which isn't necessarily true, but it's about living a purposeful life, basically, and making your life count, and trying to make an impact on the world, and that's a cool message. Way Beyond Myself. It's a good one. It's a synthy one. This one's got synths, it's got electronic elements. I don't have much to say about it besides that I like that element of it. And, you know, it's a nice song. Save Your Life is a song with a really nice driving, like instrumentation. This kind of, is it a guitar lead where it's the dun, I guess it's guitar, that this one recurring like note, and it just kind of drives the song. And then you got that big explosive hook that's not that special, but the lead up is cool, and I like the song in general. When the Boys Light Up is mega quirky, really quirky, weird lyrics make this song. The instrumentation's also fun, the hook is fun. It's a banger. It's a really fun song, and I think this song is actually one of the only Newsboys songs that you can really enjoy, even if you don't like Christian contemporary music, even if you're not a Christian. The Christian faith does not impact this song. Other than that, it's, you know, not vulgar or explicit. It is a song that I think anyone can enjoy. It's a fun one. Build Us Back is a nice song. It's nice. It's one of the many worshipful, slow songs on the album for some reason, and I think this goes back to the nostalgicness of the album, how nostalgic it is. But this song hits. It actually has some emotional impact and some, you know, it feels kind of profound and kind of meaningful, and I don't know why this works so much better. Maybe just because of the contrast that this album is willing to have rockers, it's willing to have all these fun songs, and so when you do try to hit me with a worshipful song, it has a bigger impact because of the compare contrast. They do take advantage of this on the album Restart, but much less so because there's only two songs that are really like slow and stripped back. Escape is another banger right after Build Us Back. Escape, it's a lot like Save Your Life musically and instrumentally, except there's a cool narrative going on, and the way it's done, the way that narrative is executed, is pretty cool. Miracles is an absolute banger, and it's got a twist. This song's got a twist, which is the most anticlimactic twist of like any song I can think of, but the song is still epic. I mean, it's kind of, you might like the lyrical twist. It's a song about believing in miracles, and does he still do miracles? Are there still miracles? And then there's an answer at the end of the song, and you're like, oh dang. It's a nice one. Running to You, another slow emotional ballad. It's nice. On Your Knees, also nice. Mighty to Save. Don't like this one as much. It's not as good as the other slow ones. It's a little bit on the annoying side. It's just kind of, there's something about it that's not great, but it's a fine song. Jesus Freak. They did a version of Jesus Freak because Michael Tate is on the original song Jesus Freak, the most legendary, I would say the most legendary Christian rock song of all time. And there's a whole website that I check regularly, Jesus Freak Hideout. But yeah, this song is awesome. This is a really great cover. It's more high energy than the original, and I can imagine someone who loves the original not liking this version because it doesn't have Toby Mac or Kevin Max, but it has Michael Tate, and I think it rocks harder actually, and it's pretty awesome. For the sake of time, I'm not going to talk about every song on this album. I think you guys get the drift, get what I'm going for. And what I have to say about the remixes, there's a Born Again remix, there's a Miracles remix, there's a Way Beyond Myself remix, which is actually a little bit better than the original, and there's a Mighty to Save remix. The Mighty to Save remix, if I remember correctly, doesn't change a whole lot. But the other two remixes, Miracles and Born Again, are pretty funky. They're pretty weird, especially the Born Again remix. And they add to the album. They add to the weirdness. Even though it's not immediately a likable track, it just gives the album more personality because it's weird. And this is a good album. It's actually a very, very good album. And I like it more than Restart. And I gave Restart a 3.5-star rating. Like, I like this a good bit more than Restart. So I'm going to have to give this a 4 out of 5, just by that logic. I have to be consistent. Yeah, I actually like this album. Sorry, guys. That sucks, dude. That sucks that I like this album so much, because, you know, it'd be funnier if I hated it and I gave it a really bad score. Those are always fun. No, it's good. It's a good album. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day.